All right, some people think they have to hire a real estate attorney to write their contracts. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about, can I write my own real estate contract? All right, guys, stick with me. Here we go. I'm going to walk you through step by step of how to write a real estate contract. And at the end, I'm going to give you the free gift of my real estate contract that I've used to buy over $10 million worth of real estate with it. But I want you to promise me, you've got to run this by your real estate attorney in your area first. I don't know if this works in every single state. I'm not in all 50 states. I know it's worked for me in several different states, but I run it through a real estate attorney in each one of those states, and they do their little critiques, and it's going to save you a fortune on having to have an attorney write this up. And it's only 2 pages. I love that because most sellers have only sold a parcel of land or a real estate property, house, one time in their entire life, so they have no clue how to read these contracts. So you want to make it super easy and understandable for them. You don't want to give them anxiety and overwhelm them. Like, I've seen contracts that are 18 pages long, and I've been in real estate since 2007. I don't even understand most of it. You got to be your attorney to understand it. So let's keep it super simple and use this 2-page contract. I'm going to give it to you at the end, but we're going to walk through it step by step. All right, I have my purchase agreement here, and I'm pretty much going to read it line by line, and we're going to walk through this stuff. So at the top, it says example agreement to purchase real estate. So this agreement is between seller, Bob and Mary Jones, and buyer, Brent BowysHouses, and or assigns. What's the reason for the and or assigns? This gives me the ability to sell this contract to another cash buyer. Let's just say I got this property under contract for $100,000, it's worth $200,000, and I want to sign it to a contractor for $150,000. I'm going to keep the difference between what I've got it under contract for and what my cash buyer is paying for it of $50,000. I just made $50,000 for this 2 pages. Can you believe it? And then the buyer and the seller, when mentioned together, may be referred to as parties. Now they're called the parties. Seller agrees to sell the buyer the property known as 123 Main Street. This is where you put the address, and which is legally described as that super long, capitalized. You're going to see like lot 32, parcel blah blah blah, section 183. You get this off of your county assessor's site or a title company, but these are never going to be completely correct on the assessor site. Sometimes they're actually wrong. You mostly want to go off the deed, but it's okay. This is just the purchase agreement. This is not the transfer document, so that's totally fine. The parties agreed to the following terms and conditions. That's when it says starts talking about earnest money deposit. Buyer will pay, I like to pay $10 for my earnest money deposits. I like to keep this super, super small. And sometimes we'll even forget the deposit, the earnest money deposit. Don't do that. That actually binds this contract. But I like to keep the earnest money deposit super light. If I'm making 10 offers a day and 5 of them get accepted all at once, I don't want each one of them to be $5,000. That's 25 grand in earnest money deposit. So most of the time the sellers don't care what the earnest money deposit is because it's not going to them anyways, it's going to the title company to bind the contract. Next, I put what title company I'm bringing this earnest money deposit to, and then the purchase price. The purchase price is how much we're paying for the property. And then the property is sold as is. I've got that in bold, capitalized letters. I don't want them making improvements to it. I don't want them changing anything with it. If it's vacant raw land, I don't want them cutting trees down. None of that stuff. I'm buying it as is. Closing terms and conditions, it's saying I'm going to close in 30 days. You can put 90 days. You can change this to whatever the heck you want. And then access to the property. The seller is going to make the property available to me as a buyer and my parties or my partners. This could be my cash buyer that I'm selling this purchase agreement to. I want them to be able to go and look at this property, so they're going to make it available. They sign on the dotted line. Buyer's disclosure. Buyer's employees or agents may hold a real estate salesperson or broker's license. I am not personally a real estate agent anymore, but this is for that real estate agent or the cash buyer, the house buyer that has a real estate agent on their team. It's just saying that someone could be licensed that's buying that property. It's just like a disclosure to protect real estate agents. So they have a fiduciary responsibility to the public because they've got a little bit more education. They've got access to data, so they could be considered a wolf in sheep's clothing. So we want to disclaim, like, if there's a real estate agent that's purchasing the property, or if your cash buyer is a real estate agent, you want to disclose that a real estate agent and a party of that transaction. Seller's acknowledgement. Seller hereby acknowledges all negotiations and deadlines with a buyer and have been at arm's length. Nothing has been under duress. No one's being forced to sign this. Attorney fees, if legal action is required, buyer's going to pay for their portion, seller's going to pay for their portion, and then other provisions. This agreement must be accepted by this date. You know, I want this thing to expire because I usually give someone about 5 days to accept this offer because I don't want them coming to me a year from now saying, hey, here's the purchase agreement, you still need to honor it. So I want it to expire, and I also want to give them, you know, a feeling of, hey, I gotta get this done now. Time is of the essence, like a scarcity mindset. If you don't do the deal with me, I'm gonna go and buy something else with this cash. And then we have the buyer's email address, phone number, mailing address, as well as the seller's address, phone number, mailing address, because we want to make it super easy for the title company to be able to get in touch with the buyer, me as a cash buyer or my cash buyer, and the seller. Most of the time, this is what delays closings, is when the sellers are not communicating with the title company, not providing things to the title company like the mortgage payoff or the loan information. All right, so I hope that explains, can you write your own purchase agreement or your real estate contract? You do not have to be a real estate agent or an attorney. Guys, if you're buying real estate, you can buy it on your own. You can literally write this contract on a napkin. I would not recommend that, but there have been real estate deals done on napkins before. But yes, run it by a real estate attorney. Have a real estate agent help you out with any questions or comments or concerns. A lot of times real estate agents do not charge for their services if they're helping you buy a property that's listed on the MLS or the open market. And a lot of times, even if it's not on an open market, real estate agents will still help you, and the seller pays that fee a lot of times. And sometimes a real estate agent will bring you a deal and you pay their fee. Guys, real estate agents are great to have on your team to help you navigate these contracts. They've been to school for this sort of thing. I recommend doing what you do best and contract out the rest. Just because I'm giving you a purchase agreement doesn't mean you shouldn't consult real estate agents and real estate attorneys. So as promised, I told you I would give you my purchase agreement. If you head on over to thelandsharks.com/contract, this purchase agreement is yours, free of charge, my gift for you. And guys, as you know, I'm the land guy. I talk about this stuff all the time. I hope you've subscribed to this channel. I hope you like this video. Please do that now if you haven't already. I'm giving you my purchase agreement that I paid an attorney over $399 to create this for me. So it's yours for free today. And real estate market is absolutely exploding. The builders have taken about 10 years off building houses, so there's such a demand for housing right now. So we've been buying a lot of vacant land at crazy discounts and selling it to builders and developers, and or flipping it to people that want to build houses one day. I've got a tried and true method that shows you how to buy real estate, buy land, and for crazy maximum discounts, and you can sell this stuff in your sleep and create a passive income that gives you financial freedom, time freedom, and geography freedom. And there's virtually no competition in land, guys. If you're interested in seeing about a business that you can build that serves you and your family and others for a lifetime with passive income that will change your life, head over to thelandsharks.com, schedule a call with my team. We'd love to see what your goals are, and if we feel like we're a great fit, I'd be honored to coach you.